We're getting started on day 2. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I got up early this morning, but just kind of loafed around on getting a start. Going to the next shelter's 4 miles, and the guidebook says the terrain's not too bad, so I wasn't in a big hurry. Almost busted my butt. Hadn't fell yet, but I'm sure it's coming sooner or later. The shelter's just a short walk from the trail. Oh, we're back on the AT. Oh, we're probably a half a mile maybe from the shelter. It's a pretty easy walk so far. And this little side trail to a view, hopefully. No, not really much of a view. That's still kind of a cool place. We got this little Blue Blaze side trail. The way we're heading. We just come that way. Been a nice little, fairly flat grade. I'll check this out, see if there's anything to see. A little fire pit. Not really a view, but would definitely be a cool lunch spot if you was to hike past that shelter. So far I got a little soreness in my hips, but not bad. Arms, legs, knees, feet, everything else feels great. So far so good. It rained last night, and I had rain in the forecast for this morning, but it didn't show up. So luckily I've dodged having to hike in the rain. But I know my luck will run out sooner or later. But that'll be alright. We'll keep trucking and see what else there is to see. So we're at what I'm assuming is the Brownsville Gap roadbed. So we're 2 miles from the shelter. And it's about 11:15. So we're halfway through the day in an hour. So we might have to see. I might go further to the shelter. But I don't know. It's a nice day, so I may just chill there, like planned. So far, it hadn't been a lot of views. It's just mainly been the green tunnel, as they call it. But it's been a nice trail. The grade's been fairly level. We got the war monument coming up before we get to the shelter, and it recommends getting water there at the spigot in the dry season, June, July, August. So I know it's been raining a pretty good bit, so the water at the shelter is probably running, but I'll grab some there at the spigot anyway. But we'll check out that war memorial when we get there. We've been, a good part of the trail through here has been following along a big chunk of rock like this. It's kind of cool. You see like a big gap up there, and you think that that big rock one time came out of it, maybe. The mountains are slowly falling apart. I should be getting close to the state park. I don't remember the name of it right off. They have a war memorial there, so we're going to check that out. There is a deer in the trail. I don't know if you can see it. There's a big tree and then a little tree to the right of it, kind of at an angle. And she's standing right in the gap between those two trees. And she's coming this way. See how close she gets. Yep, she moved on. But hopefully you seen her when she cut across there. saw one last night out behind the shelter, and it was out there washing the dirt and stuff off my legs, and heard something rustling, and she was like 10 feet away from me. We should be getting close to the state park. So I'm going to assume this is a state park. That's the trail we just came down. And then we'll go that way here shortly. Go check this out. That's kind of cool. A big old bunny rabbit just come running up. Oh, that's the mausoleum thing we were at. I was looking at the guide and happened to catch the bunny. I'm going to walk around a little bit more and see what other interesting things are here. We're leaving State Park, the War Monument, headed for the Crampton's Gap shelter. But yeah, if you're ever through this way, check out that state park. I was there for like 3 hours. It's a little after 3 now, so I have about a half a mile to go to get to the shelter. So, short day, but it was a good one. The guidebook said they didn't have any trash cans at that park, but they did have a trash can in the restroom, so I was able to unload my garbage. I made it to the Crampton Gap shelter. There's nobody here at the moment. Then the water source is right back up that way. You cross it and it says in the guidebook that sometimes it doesn't have water and it's kind of a slow trickle. We got a bear pole there. There's some really good camp spots up the hill away, so if you didn't need water and wasn't going to stay in the shelter, I'd just pick one of those. But since I didn't know, I just came on down. That's alright. It was a slow, light day anyway. So I'm just going to find a camp spot now.